সুপ্রিয় শিক্ষার্থীরা, কেমন আছো সবাই? আশা করি ভালো আছো। সবাইকে স্বাগতম টিচ পয়েন্ট বাংলা চ্যানেলের নতুন একটি ভিডিওতে। আজকের ভিডিওতে আমরা ওল্ড 10-এর 13তম সপ্তাহের ইংলিশ অ্যাসাইনমেন্টটি সম্পূর্ণ সমাধান করব। আজকের অ্যাসাইনমেন্টটির শিরোনাম হলো মেক এ ফ্যাক্ট ফাইল অন দি অ্যাডভার্স ইম্প্যাক্ট অফ এনভায়রনমেন্টাল চেঞ্জ ইন ইয়োর লোকালিটি। তো এখানে আমাদের ইনস্ট্রাকশনগুলো দেওয়া হলো: fact file, a collection of information about a particular subject or product. To write the assignment, the student will present some pictures of adverse impact of environmental change in his or her own locality. Explain the reasons of this environmental change. Analyze the impact of this change. How these changes are affecting people's life and ecology. How to prevent this. Advertise. In writing this assignment, learner will need some picture. They do not need to supply with colorful pictures. If they can, it's good. If they cannot, newspaper cutting or picture from other sources are okay. Mention the source when you use picture from other source. You can also draw the pictures. এর অর্থ হলো আমাদেরকে অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট লিখতে হবে এবং এখানে অ্যাডভার্স ইম্প্যাক্ট অফ এনভায়রনমেন্টালের কিছু পিকচার অ্যাড করে দিতে হবে। তো পিকচারগুলো আমরা কালারফুল দিতে পারি, অথবা আমরা সংবাদপত্র কেটেও দিতে পারি, অথবা হাতে ড্র করেও দিতে পারি। চলুন এর আনসারটি দেখে নেওয়া যাক। ক্লাস এসএসসি ওল্ড 10, সাবজেক্ট কোড 107, সাবজেক্ট ইংলিশ, অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট নং 04/13/2022. Assignment name: make a fact file on the adverse environmental change in your impacts of locality. 1. Presenting some pictures of adverse impact of environmental change in my own locality. এগুলো হলো পরিবেশ দূষণের চিত্র। এটা হলো বন্যার চিত্র। এই জায়গা হলো বায়ু দূষণের একটি চিত্র, আর এটা হলো ভূমিক্ষয়ের একটা চিত্র। The images are the example of our changing environment. 2. The causes of the climate change are given below. One of the main causes of climate change is human unconsciousness. It can be said that due to natural climates, some time of the year our environment becomes like this, and every time factory waste, washing and even traffic jams make our environment very bad. This is why we are always tired. The main driver of climate change is the greenhouse effect. Some gases in the Earth's atmosphere act a bit like the glass in a greenhouse, trapping the sun's heat and stopping it from leaking back into space and causing global warming. Many of these greenhouse gases occur naturally, but human activity is increasing the concentrations of some of them in the atmosphere. In particular, carbon dioxide, CO2, methane, nitrous oxide, fluorinated gases. We produce greenhouse gases in lots of different ways. Burning fossil fuels such as oil, gas and coal contain carbon dioxide that has been locked away in the ground for thousands of years. Deforestation: forests remove oxygen and store carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Cutting them down means that carbon dioxide builds up quicker since there are no trees to absorb it. Not only that, trees release the carbon they stored when we burn. Agriculture, planting crops and rearing animals release many different types of greenhouse gases into the air. For example, animals produce methane, which is 30 times more powerful than carbon dioxide as a greenhouse gas. The nitrous oxide used for fertilizers is 10 times worse and nearly 30 times more potent than carbon dioxide. 3. A UN panel on climate change has warned that immediate action could affect the livelihood of many people around the world. Bangladesh is one of the most threatened countries. The threat to the livelihood of millions of people along the coast of Bangladesh comes up in various reports. According to the report, human health, housing and food will be threatened by climate change. Scientists at the UN's IPCC say the impact of the climate change, which they show in the report in 2006, has doubled. IPCC chief Rajendra Pachwari said the matter is serious. Bangladesh is one of the few countries in the world that is under threat due to climate change. The impact will have knock-on effects for many communities and sectors that depend on natural resources, including agriculture, fisheries, energy, tourism, and water. Soils. Climate change make aggressive erosion, decline in organic matter, salinization, soil biodiversity loss, landslide, desertification, and flooding. The effect of climate change on soil carbon storage can be related to changing atmospheric CO2 concentration patterns. Biodiversity. Climate change has both direct and indirect impact on species and ecosystem. There is clear evidence to show that biodiversity is already responding to climate change and will continue to do so. Direct impacts including change in phenology, species abundance and distribution, community composition, habit structure and ecosystem process. For this year, theme for World Environmental Day is ecosystem restoration. It is not possible to go back to the past in the present dark situation, but we can plant trees, make the cities around us greener, rebuild our home gardens, change our diet and keep rivers and coasts clean. We are a generation that can maintain the peace of nature through all this, and that is why this theme has been chosen this year. Movements and decisions on climate change have been going on all over the world in recent decades. Experts believe that people should play their due role in keeping this world habitable. In order to protect the environment, we all need to be aware and plant more trees without indiscriminate deforestation. And if a tree is cut down somewhere, 100 trees should be planted in the place instead of one tree. Different schools, colleges, universities also have to play a strong role in the implementation of tree planting programs, and the government needs to make the people more enthusiastic about tree planting so that the balance of the environment can be maintained. আজকের ভিডিওটি এ পর্যন্ত। দেখা হচ্ছে আবার আগামী নতুন একটি ভিডিওতে। ভিডিওটি ভালো লাগলে লাইক করবে, কমেন্ট করবে এবং তোমাদের বন্ধুবান্ধবদের মধ্যে বেশি বেশি করে শেয়ার করে দিও। ধন্যবাদ সকলকে।